all the places nobody goes. I wanna teach all the things that nobody knows. I wanna grow wings, leave the coop, learn to fly. Bungee jump from the tallest building in Dubai. I wanna fly around town in my UFO. I wanna eat real food, not the GMOs. I wanna make moves, call the shots like the boss. I wanna love like I never lost.
Today's episode of Desertwood Days with Kathy Blaze is sponsored by Cole Obarts Entertainment, providing amusement, celebration, and distraction since 2013. To find out more, visit us on the web at www.coleobartsent.com.
Welcome back to Desertwood Days. We have a really fantastic guest for you next. She is an all-around entertainer and entrepreneur. Let's welcome Miss Brooke Leigh Davis. Hello.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining us today. You look so beautiful
Thank
in
you.
my favorite color.
I love this color.
I do too. That's my birthstone.
Okay.
Well, welcome, Brooke.
Thank you.
Such a pleasure to have you.
Yes,
The last time I saw you, we were on a stage reading together.
Yes. Oh my gosh, it seems like so long ago.
And that's where I met you and I got to see you in action, and you were such a talented woman.
Thank you.
You really are.
Thank you so much.
And I always like to start off by just getting a little intro of who the person is, because I want my audience to feel like they know you.
Okay.
So where are you originally from, Brooke?
Originally, I'm from St. Paul, Minnesota.
Okay.
And so I like to say I was born there, but I actually grew up in Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay.
I moved to Nashville when I graduated from high school, and then I spent many, many years there, and I feel like that's where I actually grew up. And then I moved here to the Valley October 2021.
You know what that is? You know that I don't know what it is about me and ladies that I meet from Tennessee. There's just always a connection for some reason. Well, my mom was born in Memphis.
Okay,
Yeah,
right. I remember
but I
you
always
telling me.
meet a woman that's here from, and they're always from Nashville.
Oh,
And they're like, Nashville is better than Memphis.
well, that's what people say.
That's what they say.
I
Oh
didn't
my God.
spend a lot of time in Memphis, though.
I
so
don't know.
can't
I've
say.
never been there. But there's just something about you Nashville women. There's just something about it, and I've loved each one that I've met. So.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yes. So you spent you were in Nashville, you lived there, and how did you get into the entertainment industry?
Well, I was born into it, if you might say. My mother in St. Paul was a jazz singer.
Okay.
And so she performed all over the city and actually all over the world.
What?
And my whole family was musical. My older sister, was also a singer, jazz and gospel.
Oh,
and she was an actor as well. And she also traveled the world. So I don't feel like I had much choice in the matter. It just seemed to be
a part of what you are.
a part of who I am.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's in your DNA.
It is.
Like Tyler Perry saying, it's Dana.
yes. But I'm. Whereas my mother was a jazz singer, my sister was a jazz singer, I got to Nashville and I discovered that I was an opera singer.
Oh.
And so I do identify most as a singer, but as an opera singer.
Love it.
So,
I love it.
That's where my training is.
Wow, that is amazing. So how long did you live in Nashville?
I lived in Nashville, I want to say 33 years.
My goodness. So what brought you to the state of Arizona?
Well, I can't so much as say as I really know. I had been feeling like it was time to leave Nashville, and I thought I was going to go east. And before the pandemic, I was making a list of places I wanted to just check out and see if any one of them felt better. But on my list, I wrote down Phoenix because I wanted to visit. I just wanted to visit. I had no intentions of moving here.
Okay.
And then on a trip back to Minneapolis, I started feeling anxious about going back to Nashville. And I can't keep doing this. I don't want to do this. And so I tell everybody, I was sitting on the floor having a conversation with God about it. And he said, don't go back. Where do you want to go? I said, Phoenix. 10 months later, I was here.
Wow.
So,
have you ever visited here?
I didn't visit until after I said I was moving. And then I came in May of 21, just so that I could tell people in Nashville, I've been there. I spent 5 whole days there. And so that's what I did. And then I moved.
So what was it about Phoenix that you that caught your eye, made you want to stay here?
When I got here, a friend of mine that I actually grew up with in St. Paul, he and his wife live here.
Okay.
And he took me to the top of South Mountain on one of our sightseeing ventures. And I remember standing up there and thinking, this is it.
Oh my goodness.
This is it. In the desert, there is something about new life that I feel has to happen here. Because you have to dig deep for it.
I love that. Well, it is a new life. It's a new life for you. You spent 30-some years in Nashville. This is starting. This is a new birth.
It is.
Yes.
It is. I left and came here without a plan. I had no idea what I was going to do when I got here. I just packed a truck, sold half my stuff, and got here and said, I'll figure it out when I got here.
I can see that in you, because when I first you just seem like you're full of life and so energetic, and you weren't afraid. You seem like one of those people that just jump and you just do it.
Let me stop you. I am afraid.
Well, you didn't show it. You just don't. You don't have that. You didn't come off that way. You just seem like you. You know what? I wouldn't even say that you look like a person that was new to Arizona. You just look like you've been here and you know what you're doing.
Well, I decided when I left Nashville, the thing that was key was I didn't want the life I had in Nashville. So when I got here, I had to do things differently. So when I say I'm afraid, this right here, I've never done anything like this. And this morning I was talking to myself, okay, Brooke, you can do this.
Yeah.
You can do this. It's okay. But I promised that I was going to do all the things that I was afraid of because I couldn't live. I didn't want that life in Nashville, and I knew the only thing that was the same was me.
So, being an entertainer here in Arizona, what is it that you want to? What's your next move? What do you want to do? What do you want to do with your career?
Well, as you said, we met on the acting stage. I really want to find my way back to the music stage, and maybe not necessarily opera, because I do a whole lot of things. Because my mother was a jazz singer. That's actually where I started. And so I'd like to go back there. But I would like to sing more, but I would like to be more invested in what the next generation of artists look like, and making sure that they have accessible and quality opportunities for arts education and also performances, because it's not always easy for everyone to find those dance classes or the acting classes or the music classes or even access to the instruments, because as you know, those instruments can be crazy expensive. So I want to find a way to make sure that it's accessible in cost and also in location for people who wouldn't otherwise have it, and then also create some other opportunities.
So what are you doing to get this, to make this a reality?
So in the larger vision is called the Artist Quarter, actually, with a goal of just sustaining the arts here in Arizona. It's hard enough to live a life as an artist with sustainable opportunities in your field, and also have those education opportunities. So within that larger vision, I've started the Pipeline Performing Arts.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And the goal of the Pipeline is to establish those education opportunities. So we have dance classes, acting classes. We are planning to launch music classes in 2024, since we literally just launched this year. So I'm trying to slow a roll and start small and be able to build sustainably. But in the dance classes and the acting classes, the plan is also to launch some performing opportunities. So the Pipeline Youth Dance Company is what we're recruiting for now.
So is there, what is the age range for individuals that are able to attend the Pipeline?
Well, and that's the thing. I want to make sure that education is accessible for anybody of all ages, because
Okay.
there are those of us that want to learn something new as
Right.
we get older.
That's true.
So we have youth and adult
Okay.
tap classes. We're adding contemporary dance classes in the next month,
Okay.
and adult and children acting classes, ages 5 all the way up.
Wonderful. I love that.
So there's a space for everybody who wants
I
it.
love that because you're right. The people of all ages are wanting to learn,
Yes.
and they're needed in this industry, not just a certain age group.
Yes.
You look at television, you look at movies. There are people of all ages,
Mhm.
so they have to be trained as well.
Yes.
I love that, Brooke. First off, you're such a talented woman,
Thank
and
you.
you have a lot to offer our talent here in Arizona. I just want to get more into pipeline.
Mhm.
I want to get more into that. So, what are some of the classes and workshops that you're offering there?
So right now, we have tap classes for
Okay.
both kids and adults.
Okay.
We will be offering contemporary dance classes
Okay.
for adults
Okay.
moving into July. And in the fall, I don't know if you're familiar with a local actress by the name of Savannah Inez,
Hmm.
but I am talking to her right now with the hopes that she will be overseeing our youth acting component
Okay.
in September.
Wonderful.
She'll be appearing in Dreamgirls
Oh.
with Phoenix Theater,
Oh,
so I want to
okay.
let her get through that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then hopefully
Which
we
role
can
is
launch.
she playing?
That's a good question.
You don't know yet.
I don't. I know she told me, and
Oh, okay.
I'm ashamed to admit that I forgot.
Oh, okay, that's okay.
But yeah, but she's well known in the Valley, and I
Okay.
know she had appeared in The Color Purple with
Okay.
Phoenix Theater.
What's her name again?
Savannah Inez.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look her up.
Yes.
Okay.
But we just finished a show together at Child's Play.
Oh,
And we did the Hula Hooping Queen.
okay.
So that was quite an experience, but I had a chance to actually meet and work with her. And we
Wonderful.
talked a lot about children's youth theater and the opportunities that we can create
Right, right.
in the South Phoenix area, because
Yes.
that's where we're located.
And you know what? That is something that I grew up in the South Phoenix area, and that was something that was never offered there. You didn't hear about it back in that day. So
Yes.
it's nice to see that those opportunities are being created over in those areas.
And it's interesting to me that when I got here, I had no idea the lay of the land here. I didn't know where I was going to end up, but I found my way to South Phoenix, and it just feels right.
That's good.
So
You know it is good because I've had friends that have moved out here, or associates that I've worked with, and for some reason, realtors would take them way out in Paradise Valley, Cactus area. I'm like, why are you in the boonies? Have to drive 2 hours to get to work. It's like, why did they take you way out there?
Yeah.
So I'm glad you found your way there, and it's really centralized. You got the freeways, so it's really easy.
Yeah.
So for individuals that's interested in pipeline, do you guys offer any type of financial assistance or scholarships or anything for parents that may not be able to afford a certain amount? Or
Well, what we are working on now is finding sponsors for scholarships and things like that. But my goal is to keep the cost low
okay,
anyway.
so that they can afford it. Okay,
I want people to feel like they can afford it without it.
right.
But I also recognize that there are families that have more than one child.
Right.
And if you're looking at trying to keep everyone
Uh-huh.
busy, then even what looks affordable on paper to most people may
Right.
not be affordable.
That's true.
So I will be looking for sponsors to alleviate that burden for families if that's what they need.
Right. Do you know Kima? Oh Lord, I hate when I mention names and I get. Well, she is the founder of Lights Camera Discovery, and she does like these summer programs for youth. You might want to be. She might be a good connect for you just to get just to talk
Well,
about
thank you.
the program.
I appreciate all the connections that I can
Yes.
make, because one of the things that I have discovered there are a lot of people who are doing things.
Right.
Um,
And sometimes you don't have to recreate.
I don't have to recreate the wheel.
Right.
And so I want to partner with as many people as possible who are already doing things,
Right.
so I can maybe help build their enrollment.
Right.
As opposed
and
to
help
trying-
build yours as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
So we've talked about pipeline, but I want to get back to Brooke.
Okay.
Okay, because even though Brooke is doing this, that's creating for others, Brooke is still this dynamic woman that's going to be performing and entertaining.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in like 5 years as an entertainer?
Wow.
Where do you want to see yourself in 5 years?
As an entertainer. Wow.
Yes.
Okay. I think, well, what I
These
really
years
wanna
are
do-
passing like this,
They
lady.
are, and I realize that when people are not asking me. But I believe I've done a lot of musicals. I want to stop singing on the theater stage, and so I like to do more plays.
Okay.
I would really like to move in that direction. But as far as music is concerned, my dream has always been to be a concert singer,
Okay.
and I want to put on a beautiful gown and stand in front of an orchestra and
Okay.
sing and then go sit down.
Okay, I can see that. I just had this vision. You know, the image consultant in me, I just saw his hair up in a bun and his long, beautiful gown.
Uh-huh.
And an orchestra behind you. I just saw it all right there in my head.
And I really wanted to do that, and that's always been a dream of
I
mine, and
love that.
I've had an opportunity to do those things, and that's comfortable for me.
I love that. I can
And so
see that.
I would really like to do more concert singing in classical music, musical theater, whatever.
So do you write also?
I don't.
No? Okay.
I don't. I feel like there are a lot of writers out there,
Huh.
and I'd like to sing their music.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
I mean,
I
we
just
don't
haven't
have to.
felt led.
We don't have to do it all.
mm-hmm.
That's the thing. You know, a lot of times we think we have to do this, and this. No, you can just be perfect at this
Mm-hmm.
and have others to do the rest.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's how we are all different,
Yes.
and we all have our things. And that's one of the things I want to make sure comes across in my work as an artist, or even as an administrator in these artistic endeavors that I'm doing, is we are different artists,
Right.
and that's okay.
Right.
And as a singer, I don't have to write the music. Yes, you can make money doing that, but then how about you write it, let me sing it? That's fine.
Right.
I'm good
You
with
know
that.
what? I always tell people, I go to bed Kathy Blaze, I wake up Kathy Blaze.
Yes.
Okay. And you know what? I don't compare myself to Brooke or anyone else. You know, there's a space for all of us out
Yes,
here.
there sure
so
is.
when people think of Brooke Leigh Davis, which I love the way that name rolls
Doesn't it
off the
just
tongue,
roll?
how do you want them to see you as an entertainer?
I want people to see me as dynamic. I want people to see me as an educated performer, because I know what I'm doing when I show up.
Right.
I want people to see me as dependable, and versatile. I do a lot,
Yes.
and I want people to understand that I do a lot, and I feel like the things that I do well.
And you're a unique individual. There's not another Brooke Leigh Davis out there.
Not that I know of anyway, so I'm
Yes.
okay to be the only one.
Right. What advice would you give to a mature woman that wants to get into the industry?
To just do it.
Mm-hmm.
There are classes we can always take. If we're not sure how we feel about singing on stage, there's a karaoke spot somewhere close by. Just test out a song.
Just do it.
Just do it. You know, people who want to act, there are theaters all over the valley.
Right.
Start asking questions, because somebody knows somebody who can help you. And my name is Brooke Leigh, y'all. I'll help you find it.
Yeah.
I will help you find it,
Yeah.
because I want people, I don't care what it is. If it's your dream and that's what you want to do, I will do my best to help you figure out the the pipeline to that
To get it.
to that thing.
Look how you threw that in there.
Yeah.
I love that. So, Brooke, do you have any new projects coming up?
I do not. No, I just lied. I am actually doing Newsies right now with TheaterWorks in
Okay.
Peoria. So that's what I'm working on right now,
Okay.
alongside building the class schedule and things like that for the pipeline. So
Wonderful.
right now, that's what I'm working on.
Where can our audience find you?
Yeah. Well, everything is under construction right now, but my social media pages are up. So look for the Pipeline Performing Arts on Facebook and Instagram, and then there's Brooke L. Davis on Facebook and Instagram, or actually on Instagram, I'm the Velvet Curtain.
Wonderful.
So yes, that's where people can find me and the pipeline and all things that are coming up, like the launch of my new website for the pipeline.
Okay. Well, it was such a pleasure to have you here with us today.
Thank you.
Thank
It's good
you.
to be here.
And we look for more from Brooke Leigh Davis and the pipeline.
Yes.
And thank you for joining us here today on Desertwood Days, and we'll catch you next time.